Trax presents the most powerful sport on earth, the Renegades TNT Monster Truck Challenge. Trax is brought to you by the heartbeat of America, today's Chevy truck.
And welcome inside the historic Chicago International Amphitheatre. In the 1930s, it was the home of the World's Fair. 1968, the site for the riot-torn Democratic National Convention. But tonight, it's a place where these superstars of monster truck racing have gathered for the next stop on the Renegades TNT Monster Truck Challenge. Hello, I'm Richard Leek, and tonight is the third event of the 1989 National Championship Point Series. Joining me as usual down on the track is Armstrong. And Army, as we're about to start tonight's races, one thing has become evident after our first 2 point events of the year. Gravedigger and driver Dennis Anderson is the truck to beat.
Well, like you said, Richard, this is our third event, but we only have one winner. That winner being the awesome Gravedigger. He did what he said he was going to do. He actually detuned, stole a little bit of horsepower out of the truck, and it is working for him. Right now, he is your points leader.
Now, you may ask yourself, where's the defending champion, USA 1 and Rob Litzow? Well, they are not here tonight. We'll tell you why and even show you why in just a few minutes. Coming up next, it's round one action on ESPN. Major League of Professional Monster Truck Racing as we welcome you back to Chicago, where the qualifying has been completed and we are set to go with round one pairings. Now, the pairings are according to the times run during qualifying. And our top qualifier and the quick time of the night was 4.6 seconds. That went to Gary Porter and Carolina Crusher, as he will get a bye run in the first round of competition. Now, the rest of the pairings go like this. You see Crusher will get that bye run. Then it'll be fifth fastest, Dave Wysork and Nightlife against Jesse Berge, and playing for keeps. Gravedigger with Dennis Anderson ran third fastest. He'll face Tennessee's John Moore and no problem, the Ford. Then it'll be John Breen and Mad Dog, our fourth quickest monster, against the Barbarian and Jim Miller. Starvin' Marvin Smith, Stomper Chevrolet takes on Bob Breen and the Wild Hair. And then we'll wrap it up. Round one with our second fastest truck, the Equalizer and rookie driver David Morris. He'll take on the Master of Disaster and Doug Spanier. But Army, let's get her cranking. This is Carolina Crusher and Gary Porter.
Well, Gary Porter comes out with a Carolina Crusher to get the bye run, and that could be awfully, awfully important a little bit later. That's why qualifying is so tough in this particular sport. He will have lane choice throughout the evening, and that could play an important role in this event.
And, of course, by getting that bye run, not really going side by side with anyone, it helps him save his equipment. As coming out next, as we're ready to go door-to-door racing, it's the Mountain Man, Jesse Berge, playing for keeps, and he'll be taking on Mr. Quiet himself, Dave Wysork, Nightlife. This will be a Chevrolet against a Chevrolet.
Well, Richard, as you know, we go across the country, and Wysork is developing a tremendous following. And one of the reasons being his driving style. He always drives, like he told the people before, with his head out the window. It's the way he learned to drive, and it works that way for him. He'll be working the far lane from us. Closest to us will be Jesse Berge, the gentle giant, the big man out of Wyoming. He'll lay a good shot down for you. The question is, Wysork says he can win this evening, and that's the first step right there. He'll be advancing to the next round.
As a matter of fact, Army, it was an easy win for 27-year-old Super Dave Wysork out of Grand Island, Nebraska.
Dave, what's it like out there tonight?
It gets pretty rough. Cars are getting pretty flattened out, but I don't know. This is a good lane I've been running in, so hopefully I can keep that all night.
Did the truck feel okay to you? Is it making horsepower all the way through?
You bet. It feels real good tonight, so hopefully we'll do real good. Being fine.
Well, one monster truck we have really been looking forward to seeing on the track is not going to be in competition. We're talking about Bennett Clark and Clydesdale as Yogo does his moonwalk backwards there. Bennett Clark had problems in qualifying earlier this afternoon, Army.
Well, Clark came out for that qualifying session, and people don't realize how important that is because it not only sets the pairings for the round, but it's very important in this point chase. Clark came out with the long wheelbase truck. We've been talking about that. It's a new concept, a lot longer, 144.5-inch wheelbase. Came out, and I want you to watch the truck when he makes his run. Watch the rear suspension. He had a good run going. He came over the first hill, but the front end went up on him, and when it did, it kicked on him real bad. It landed, and the right rear wheel assembly completely came off.
And you can hear the crowd in the background from that videotape. They absolutely went crazy when that happened. Loved it.
Well, they enjoyed it. You watch the landing now. He touches down once. It looks pretty clean. But when it comes down the next time, the nose in front, and then the back saddles, that was it. Broke the spindle right off of it. So Clark is going to be out of the competition, and that'll hurt him as we go in this national points chase. He will not receive any points this week.
Well, you know the story behind Bennett Clark, a former national champion rodeo bull rider. He's out of this event.
Been an awfully tough break. Do you have any idea what caused that to happen?
I don't really know. I hadn't really had a time to look at it. I think it's the well where I adapted the case planetary under the 5-ton military axle. I think the well's broke right there.
Okay, we just found a piece over here about a foot long of an axle that was completely gone. Could it have happened with a broken axle? Would that have caused that?
It might have. I left the ground. I come down real hard on the back end without the front end pulling. It might have just snapped the axle, turned the tire a little bit. I don't have any idea. I have to look at it a little further.
I'm sorry for your bad luck, bud.
Thank you, Army.
Well, another superstar monster is also on the sideline tonight, Army. Awesome Kong, with owner Jeff Dana aboard, came out to qualify, but he was sent back to the pit area by TNT officials.
Okay, Mike Speller, the TNT official, you can see him sitting in front of the truck. He made the truck come out, lock all 4 wheels up, then hit the throttle, and what was happening, the front brakes would work or the rear brakes would work, but all 4 of them would never work at the same time. Jeff's been around this sport a long time. He realizes how safety conscious TNT is. He accepted the decision. He will not be going for the points.
So we are back to live action now. Round 1 competition underway, and here comes the guy that has won all the events thus far in 1989. Gravedigger, Dennis Anderson, Chesapeake, Virginia, against no problem John Moore, the Ford Bronco. Dennis, the Menace Anderson, has certainly been a menace to all the other guys thus far.
Well, they kind of picked on him in 1988. That was 1988. 1989, we've only had 2 events. He's won 2. He's going for 3 in a row. He found the combination. Everybody knows it. But you're not going to be able to count John Moore out. He's going to give him a race. Moore ran a good race. The Gravedigger just ran an exceptional race.
Dennis, the Menace Anderson, Gravedigger wins another one in Chi-Town as we go down trackside with Army.
Okay, Dennis, you qualified out of the right lane, but you took lane choice and went to the left lane. Why'd you do that?
Well, the right lane kind of crossed me up a little bit, and I felt like the left lane is a better lane. I've won, 2 nights in the left lane, so I just want to stay in the left lane all I can.
Gary Porter's coming after you like a fast-moving freight. Can you hold him off tonight, or can you make it 3 in a row?
I don't know. I'm going to try to make it 3 in a row. We've been battling it all weekend. He's really got it out for me, but I've got it for him, too.
Well, the Monster Mash in Chicago will continue. When we return, it's going to be Mad Dog against Barbarian and more first-round action on the Renegade TNT